Welcome to today's deep dive, where we'll be taking a trip through history.
Ooh, I like that. A trip through history.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at all the remarkable events and figures who share one thing in common.
Okay.
They all happened or were born on January 21st.
Wow.
Kind of like we're flipping through a historical calendar,
Yeah.
stopping on the same date but across different years
That's
to see what we can find.
I like it.
So first stop takes us back to 1793, France,
Ooh la la.
during the French Revolution.
Tumultuous times.
We often think of a royal haircut as something, pretty fancy.
Right. A little trim.
Yeah, but back then it had a very different meaning. King Louis XVI
Yes.
was
What
executed.
a momentous event.
It really was an event that sent shockwaves across Europe.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us why this event was so pivotal?
Well, the execution of King Louis XVI really marked a turning point, I think, in the French Revolution.
Okay.
It was more than just, removing a king.
Right.
It was a symbolic act.
Okay.
Showing the people rejecting the whole idea of a monarchy
Interesting.
and their dedication to a republic.
Wow.
Yeah. And this event, as I said, it sent shockwaves across Europe,
Yeah.
challenging the way things were,
Right.
inspiring movements for democratic reform in other countries as well.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
From a revolution in France, let's jump across the Atlantic to another revolution.
Okay.
This time, a social one brewing in America.
Okay.
January 21st, 1908.
Right.
New York City put a law in place that today seems kind of crazy.
What's that?
It became illegal for women to smoke in public.
You're kidding?
Nope.
Really?
This law now on the surface seems kind of trivial.
I mean, it does, but I'm sure there's more to it.
Yeah. How did this law reflect this bigger struggle for women's rights at the time?
I think this law prohibiting women from smoking in public really shows us a lot about the social climate back then
Okay.
and the gender dynamics of the early 20th century.
Right.
See, at the time, smoking was seen as something men did, associated with power and freedom.
Ah.
So by not letting women smoke publicly,
Yeah.
it kind of reinforced these old-fashioned gender roles,
Hmm.
trying to control women's behavior in public.
Interesting.
It's a stark reminder of how far we've come in terms of women's rights and equality,
Right.
but also how some social norms can be really stubborn.
Yeah, they stick around.
They do.
It really makes you think about the struggle for equality
Yeah.
and how these seemingly small rules reveal deeper societal attitudes.
Absolutely.
Now let's shift gears to the realm of technology.
Okay.
January 21st, 1954,
Right.
New York City again hosted a groundbreaking event,
Ooh, what was it?
the first public demonstration of a gas turbine car.
Wow.
So for those of us who aren't car enthusiasts, can you explain what a gas turbine engine is and
Sure.
how it was different from what was out there?
So the gas turbine engine was a big step forward
Okay.
in car technology.
Okay.
Unlike the usual piston engines
Right.
that use explosions to create power,
Yeah.
gas turbines are more like jet engines.
Oh, wow.
They burn fuel continuously to spin a turbine,
Okay.
which then drives the wheels.
I see.
This tech promised more power and efficiency, but it was also expensive and complicated. This 1954 demo in New York showed everyone the potential
Yeah.
and got people really excited about the future of cars.
It's amazing. 1954 was a year for pushing boundaries.
It seems like it.
Whether it was social norms or technology,
Huh.
let's stick with these groundbreaking events and fast forward to January 21st, 1977.
Okay.
President Jimmy Carter made a controversial move.
What was that?
He pardoned all Vietnam War draft dodgers.
Oh, wow.
What were his reasons for this?
Well, Carter's pardon of those draft dodgers was really divisive.
Understandably.
He wanted to heal the wounds from a war that had torn American society apart.
Right.
Some people saw it as compassion and reconciliation,
Okay.
recognizing the tough choices those who opposed the war had,
Yeah.
but others criticized it. They said it was undermining the law,
Right.
disrespecting those who served.
It makes sense.
The pardon sparked huge debates about justice, accountability, and the legacy of Vietnam.
Wow.
And those debates are still going on today.
It's
It raised big questions about abuse of power, the media's role, and the line between public and private life in this digital age.
really important points.
They are.
It reminds us that personal choices, especially for those in power, can have profound and lasting effects on society.
Absolutely.
Now, I know we have a lot more ground to cover on our journey through January 21st throughout history.
I'm ready when you are.
Great, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Okay, so before we jump to the next big historical event,
Yeah.
let's take a little detour
Okay.
to acknowledge some of the more fun,
Okay.
lighthearted things that happened on January 21st.
I'm all for a little fun.
Turns out it's a day for a bunch of national days.
Oh, really?
They might seem a bit quirky,
Yeah.
maybe even trivial.
Right.
But they give us a peek into all the different interests and passions that make up our culture.
Like that.
For instance, we have National Hyaluronic Acid Day.
Hyaluronic acid.
Yeah, it's dedicated to the substance found naturally in our bodies.
Okay.
It's all about skin health.
Interesting.
And if you're someone who enjoys a healthy snack,
I do.
January 21st is also National Granola Bar Day.
Really?
It's kind of funny how something as simple as a granola bar
Yeah.
becomes like a cultural icon.
Right.
It represents that quick and easy way to fuel our busy lives.
Absolutely.
And speaking of fueling our lives, we can't leave out National Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Squirrels.
Yep, a day to appreciate those agile and resourceful creatures.
They are pretty amazing.
Sharing our spaces, both urban and natural.
Right.
Sometimes they can be a bit pesky,
Yeah, sometimes.
but they play a crucial role in our ecosystem.
True that.
And to wrap up our National Day highlights, we have National Hugging Day, a day all about embracing those we care about.
I like it.
It's amazing how these national days, from the scientific to the silly,
Yeah,
can get us talking and connect us in unexpected ways.
that's true.
All right, let's switch gears now.
Okay.
Focus on another cool aspect of January 21st.
What's that?
The notable figures who share this birthday.
Okay.
We have a diverse group here.
Interesting.
People who have made their mark on the world.
I'm intrigued.
In all sorts of fields: music, sports, acting, philanthropy.
Wow.
First up, we have Emily Bunton,
Emily Bunton.
better known as Baby Spice.
Oh, from the Spice Girls.
That's right. She turns 49 today.
Wow, time flies.
The Spice Girls were more than just a pop group.
Right, they were huge.
A cultural phenomenon.
Absolutely.
Empowering a whole generation of girls and young women.
Girl power
Their music is still so powerful,
is
reminding us of how pop music can inspire and unite.
for sure.
It's amazing how their music just takes you back to the 90s.
Yeah, it does.
All those feelings of nostalgia and girl power.
Good times.
Next up, we have Detlef Schrempf,
That left shrimp.
former NBA player,
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
known for his versatility on the court.
He was a good player.
He's celebrating his 62nd birthday today.
Happy birthday, Detlef.
Schrempf had a great NBA career,
He did.
playing for several teams.
Seattle, Indiana.
Exactly. He was known for his well-rounded game,
Yeah, he could do it all.
contributing on both ends of the court.
A real asset to any team.
He was a fan favorite, for sure.
Definitely.
Okay, now let's move to film and advocacy.
All right.
We have Gina Davis.
Gina Davis, the actress?
Yes, the Academy Award winner.
Wow.
And she's also the founder of the Gina Davis Institute on Gender in Media.
I've heard of that.
She turns 69 today.
Happy birthday, Gina.
Gina Davis is not just talented,
Right.
but also a passionate advocate for gender equality in entertainment.
That's fantastic.
Through her institute, she's worked so hard
She has.
to raise awareness about the lack of representation of women and girls in media,
Important work.
and to push for more diverse and inclusive storytelling.
Yeah, we need more of that.
It's inspiring to see someone use their position to advocate for good.
Absolutely.
Speaking of using your platform to make a difference,
Okay.
our next birthday boy is Billy Ocean,
Billy Ocean, the singer.
the legend himself.
Love his music.
Known for that soulful voice
Yeah.
and those feel-good hits,
So many hits.
he turns 75 today.
Wow, 75.
Billy Ocean's music transcends generations.
It really does.
It's timeless,
I tell you.
connecting with listeners of all ages.
For sure.
From romantic ballads to those upbeat dance tracks,
Yeah,
his music has become a soundtrack to so many lives.
absolutely.
It just puts you in a good mood.
It does.
All right, let's switch gears again
Okay.
to the world of opera.
All right.
We have Placido Domingo,
One of the greats.
one of the most celebrated opera singers ever.
Absolutely.
He's hitting the high note of 84 today.
Wow, 84 and still going strong.
Placido Domingo is a true icon in opera.
He is.
That powerful voice, his artistry,
Match.
his dedication to his craft. He's earned international acclaim and a devoted following.
Rightfully so.
It shows us that music can cross cultural boundaries,
Yeah.
touch the hearts of people all over the world.
Beautiful.
And last but certainly not least, we have a legend in golf,
Oh, who's that?
Jack Nicklaus,
The Golden Bear.
the one and only.
What a legend.
He's turning 85 today.
Happy birthday, Jack.
Jack Nicklaus is considered one of the best golfers of all time.
I mean, he has the record for most major championship wins.
18 of them.
It's incredible.
His precision, power, and strategic approach to the game changed golf forever.
It did.
Inspiring generations of players.
Yeah, he's a true icon in sports. He's showing the power of dedication, perseverance, and passion for excellence.
What an amazing group of people.
They are.
All born on the same day.
It's wild.
It really speaks to the incredible diversity of human talent.
Absolutely.
And the lasting impact of their contributions.
For sure.
Now, before we wrap up our deep dive into January 21st, let's go back to those thought-provoking national days we talked about.
Oh, right. Those were interesting.
What questions do these national days bring up for you?
Good question.
Well, for National Hugging Day, if you could only hug one person for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Wow, that's tough.
And why?
I think I'd choose my grandmother.
Ah.
Her hugs were pure love and comfort.
That's lovely.
They made everything feel okay.
I get that. What about you?
Tough one.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to say my dog.
Your dog?
He might not understand what a hug is.
Right.
But his happy tail wags and wet kisses are pretty close.
I can totally see that.
Okay, what about Squirrel Appreciation Day?
Squirrels? What about them?
It was more of a fun fact that got me thinking.
Okay.
It seems that 20% of men have had to fight squirrels for control of their garage.
Really?
Have you ever had any funny or frustrating run-ins with those little guys?
You know I have.
Oh, tell me about it.
Once a squirrel decided my bird feeder was his personal buffet.
Oh, no.
It was hilarious watching him try to outsmart the squirrel-proof design.
They're clever.
He was relentless, but he never got in.
Those squirrels are persistent.
They are.
It's amazing how such small creatures can outsmart us. It's a good reminder that we share this world with so many different creatures.
That's true.
Each with their own special skills and ways of adapting.
Well said.
Thanks.
I think it's time to wrap up our journey through January 21st.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Wow, it's amazing, isn't it?
What is?
How much history we've uncovered.
Oh, yeah.
Just by looking at one date.
It is pretty incredible.
January 21st.
I mean, we had everything from revolutions to political scandals
to squirrels.
Squirrels, exactly.
It highlights how history happens not just in these big sweeping movements, but
in these small moments.
Yes, these seemingly regular days where
lives intersect, events collide.
And history takes those unexpected turns.
Precisely.
It makes you think that every day, even the ones that seem so normal,
Yeah.
could have something amazing happen.
You never know what's around the corner.
Exactly. So as we wrap up our deep dive into January 21st,
Okay.
I want to leave our listeners with a little challenge.
I like challenges. What is it?
Take a closer look at those seemingly ordinary dates in your own life.
Okay.
Maybe it's your birthday,
Okay.
the anniversary of something important, or even just a random date that holds a special memory.
Right, I'm following you.
Now think about it. What historical events or famous people share that same date?
Interesting.
What links can you find between your own story and the bigger story of history?
That's a cool idea. I like that.
It's a fun way to connect with the past in a personal way.
Yeah?
And really appreciate how all these events have shaped where we are now.
Absolutely. And you never know, you might discover some hidden historical gems along the way.
Exactly. Or make unexpected connections that can totally change how you see the world.
I'm going to have to try this myself.
You should. And for everyone listening, until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the amazing world of history.